nuts and raisins mix. Jeans and I feel alright. Right, we've got to make this mouth colour now. Too red. What does it need to be? A bit, just a bit darker. Let's add a tiny bit of black. It's many of the kilos. Let's put it this way. There's 2.2 pounds per kilo. So. Oh, yeah, Lorena, yeah. It's just nice because you put it in the tub and you just leave it in the fridge and that's it. Like, you don't have to think about it, you know? Then when you want to eat it, pull it out of the fridge, eat it, you know? None of this silly heating up business. Is that going to work? I think it needs to have some blue in there. I don't think that's overnight oats. Hey, it's night time somewhere, Dickie. Turns of water, shade of pale. There we go, that looks better. Kind of like a deepish red purple. Yep, that's the colour. Alright. Alright, time to paint the mouth. Or inside the mouth. Would not let her be one of 16 Western virgins. Listening for the cold. Turn the water, shade of pale. Yeah, we're doing that kind of red part in there. I don't think this is going to be a super duper long stream. How long has it been so far? An hour and 8 minutes, yeah, because when I've finished painting this, I'm not gonna try and force more frames out of it like I normally do with these painting ones. I'm gonna go to video instead, and we're gonna make this the first carving on the little board. One piece at a time. And I make it a man. Do it all the time. Yeah. Well, the longest one I had for a while was the last stream we did when we carved Coraline. Cause I do it all the time. We're so young, we're never gonna die. Do it all the time. Super duper 3-hour streams, that's right. If we even reach that. There's a time. Making you go and I'm making a mind. We're so young, we're never gonna die. Just trying to fix a couple of bits where I went over the edge. Do it all the time. We're so young. Yeah, I kind of I cleaned up the Coraline that we did the other day. So you probably can't remember, but it was a lot rougher than this the other day. I do it all the time. I'm not selling any of these. The only reason I'm making these is for the TikTok and for the Instagram and for Facebook. Actually, they've been fairly popular and on all of them, so at least more popular than my usual stuff. So, right, what am I doing now? I'm doing tongue, so I need white. I need loads of these new colours. I'm totally running out of this stuff. For the socials, yeah. Run, boy, run. Whoops. Yeah, the thing is, I wanted to make something of this, you know, like a kind of project, so that's why we're going to mount them all on a board and just try and fill up the board, but really crowd it so that you can't see, like, the wires that are holding the things on there and everything. I'll show you in a minute when we're finished painting. Run, boy, run. Now we're using metal wires. Come on now, don't be silly. Maybe, Marek. I think what I would rather do is make the whole board and then someone buy the whole board. I'd much prefer to sell big things than loads of small stuff. Even though it's harder to sell big things, obviously, but it's just a much nicer experience. As I always say, if you guys know any rich people, or if you are rich people, and you know, tell them I have the stuff to buy. Tell them it's the best stuff you've seen. Makes Da Vinci look like a A chump. That's what you want to tell them. Even though that's not true, that's what you want to tell them. Says Jaffa cakes in the pantry, Lorena. Time to steal some Jaffa cakes. Well, I'm not really stealing. It's still your parents' house, right? Even if it's 50p? Not really, though. Sorry, Dickie. You gotta use some of your vast fortune to buy more. We have to ask Mrs. Dickie to get another mortgage on the house so you can afford some stuff, alright? You get that tiny capper out of my face. That's true, actually, Merrick. No matter where you are in the world, I am still local man, so... If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. It's under your bed, Dickie, next to the old comic books. That's right. It's gonna take everyone's money soon. Exactly. You guys don't need it. You can give it to me. What do you guys need it for? Food or something? Fuel? Tax? Like, what's all that stuff? You can live without that. And live without paying for that. Too far to leave. Ba-ding. Oh, balls. It's okay. Why aren't you painting on there? I need you to paint on there, not just like rub it gently. There we go. Is the other brush smaller than this? No, it's bigger. Okay. Forget that then. That's a good point, actually, Sen. It's a good point. True, Dickie. True. Can we let it slip away? This way. Biggest part of me. Oh yeah, I just got to have you by my side. Alright, J-dubs. Oh, baby, please don't go. Damn it. Oh, my man, I just got to have your blood. So I don't actually know which one I'm going to carve next after this. And the reason we're doing this on stream today rather than doing any carving is because I'm sort of in between stuff. I have got to paint the black shuck. I did have a problem with the varnish. As I was saying earlier, I bought a new kind of varnish because I ran out of my old one. And because whenever I use the varnish, I like tip it into another tub, I thought it would be nice to buy from one that's in a bottle and not a tin. But instead of being that like that sort of syrupy kind of varnish, it was that milky white kind of varnish. If for those of you who've used varnish before might know that kind of milky white stuff. And so I mixed it with the mineral spirits. It looked fine. I put the first coat on, came back to it like a few hours later, it looked fine, it was dry and everything, so I put another coat on. And when I came back a few hours after that second coat, it went all dusty. All over the... well, that's what it looked like. It looked dusty, like all over the where I put the varnish. So I thought, okay, I'll wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol or something, see if it's like got some kind of skin on top of it or something. Which, like, you know, to start with worked, but it only worked because I was making the thing wet, if you know what I mean. So it sort of took away all that dusty looking stuff. But when the alcohol dried up, it just came back again. So then I looked online about it, and they said a way to fix it is to just do a really thin layer of the varnish, but like pure varnish, don't mix with anything, just like pure varnish. So that's what I did, and now it's fine. So I don't know if maybe that particular varnish reacted with the mineral spirit, you know, the white spirits. Maybe the varnish reacted with the charcoaly parts that I burnt on the black shuck. I don't know what it was, but I mean it's fixed now. But I don't know what it was, so I don't know what I'm gonna do next time with that varnish when I have to do it again. I might just have to do it as just the varnish without the spirits, but that's not really how I like to do it. But it doesn't say anything. I thought maybe it's because it's like water based and not solvent based, but it doesn't say anything about being water based. But maybe that's why it didn't mix very well with the stuff. With the the white spirits. I don't know. So I have to figure that out. I might have to send them a message and ask them how I can dilute it. Like, what's the best thing to use in it to dilute it? Maybe. Nice. What are you gonna put on them, Lorena? When we're gonna mix up with them. There's still a white patch on that nose. I'm gonna have to paint over it. There we go. Right, so now I want to paint the white on the eyes, but I want to avoid touching the sides. I want the sides to stay yellow, so I just want to paint the eyes. That's always a little bit tricky. So we're going to use the small one again. In the desert, you can't remember your name. And I add a tiny bit of water to it just to make it easier to paint with. But not so much that it's like transparent. I hope, anyway. If it is, we just have to do a couple of coats. That looks pretty good. Oreo style. Melted chocolate on top, and I'm going to add some of the sour... Oh, the sour cherries, yeah. Are they always sour? Like, or if you leave them longer, do they become sweet? Or are they just a fruit that's always sour? Kind of like, okay. Alright, Lorena. Catch you later. Enjoy your oats. Thanks for coming. And then one of the harder parts of this is doing like the black outlines, but I think what I might do is what I did before, is use a black pencil rather than the paint. I did that on one of the other ones, I can't remember which one was it. Oh, Totoro. Totoro? I don't know how to say it. Something like that. Okay. Swiss Bob No Pants, that's the one. Swiss Bob No Pants. If you hear those little dings, it's my brother and my friends talking about a barbecue we're having on Friday. And no, I'm not streaming it. Not this one. Palo. Hmm. There you go. Just got to paint the other eye. I can see. I'll tell you in a minute. They're talking about something. I'll tell you. I'll open it up and have a look. I know my mate Dan is getting some T-bone steaks. But yeah, I think there'll be burgers. I guess there'll be hot dogs. But like, not with hot dog sausages, if that makes sense, but with like sausages. I don't know what you guys call them. Is it links or something? You call them, I think. Or maybe that's like a regional thing, I don't know. There's a bit of stuff on here that will not come off. A bit of like a... It's a bit of wood that's broken off and it's kind of sitting in there. I'm going to have to try and get it out. With something, I don't know how. Maybe just do it with my thumb, see if I can get it. Oh, I need a chisel or something. Let's use a knife. No, not bratwurst or smoked sausage, just like sausage. Like, so I don't really know how to explain it, because I don't know what you guys call it. Patriot cylinders. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's see what the conversation is about. I'm going to try and get the T-bones this week. Might try and get some tomahawks. Tomahawk steaks. Yeah, they're just talking about tomahawk and T-bone steaks, basically. You want to call any food patriotic? What's the most US food? I mean, if you ask the rest of the world, they'd probably say burgers, wouldn't they? If you're looking for like stereotypical, I assume they would just say burgers. Cheese in an aerosol, yeah, maybe. I think we need to like find whoever created that and I don't know, throw them off a bridge or something. What a horrible invention. Burgers are up there. Oh yeah. What are all the fixings in your world, Marek? Like for me, if I really want to like have a big chunky burger with loads of stuff in it, it will be like um, burger, cheese, like US cheese, American cheese, what we want to call it, like cheese slice thing. Lettuce, what we call gherkins. I don't know if you guys call them gherkins or not. Ketchup. I guess that's it. Don't know, ketchup or relish. I don't know. Depends on my mood.